Hi guys, welcome back. So today I'm actually bringing you a video which is a game I played using the 50 Sergeants in 19 minutes build order. Didn't quite go to plan, but as you can see I'm on Arabia. I kind of just decided to test it out on Arabia just for a laugh. I wasn't expecting to win, I just thought I'll see what happens. And yeah, it's crazy. It's just kind of proving just how broken the strategy is, and in my opinion how broken First Crusade is. Because it's just bonkers. It's just really crazy. Now, I did post a little post in Reddit, Twitter, and actually on the community post on the channel, just saying that I'd actually won this game, and just that it was just totally broken. So it's quite a funny one. I do end up losing a hell of a lot of villages. I kind of use them as sacrificial lambs, really. But yeah, it's just absolutely mental game. There's no other words to describe it. You know, this strategy should not work. It's plain and simple. Should not work on an open map. Now, a lot of people on Reddit were sort of saying, "Oh well, the other player was at fault because he shouldn't have let you get the town centres down," and blah blah blah. Well, looking at it from his perspective, he wouldn't have known this was coming. Okay, he may have been expecting a dungeon rush or something along those lines. And he did actually comment at the end of the game, "Oh, you're playing like a 900 player." I said, yeah, I said, "Well, I'm just testing something out." He's like, "Oh, well, that explains it." So, yeah, quite funny. Quite funny indeed. But yeah, as you can see, we are using Capture Age, and it's quite interesting. A little bit of difference in village idle time, or town centre idle time there. So I've got 6 seconds, which isn't great. Suddenly jumped up to 13 seconds. So yeah, not the smoothest of gameplay, but certainly a lot better than the red player's 30 seconds. But yeah, he's playing as the Burgundians. So I'm playing as Sicilians, he's Burgundians, and is he going to lose a villager there? Let's have a look. Oh. Yeah, that didn't go well. That did not go well. So yeah, the build order is essentially the fast castle into unique unit with a few tweaks. So if you know that one, you should be fairly comfortable in doing this strategy. It does involve a bit of market abuse, but yeah, ordinarily I wouldn't recommend doing it on a Arabia map for sure. Definitely keep it more for hideout, but I was thinking even on hideout it could be quite risky because of the latest nerf to palisade walls. So obviously in the Dark Age they've now nerfed the HP of palisade walls, which is going to cause a few issues for hideout actually. So certainly on the hideout the usual meta is to do some sort of fast castle build, whether it's a fast castle into knights, fast castle into unique unit, something along those lines. But the new nerf means that you're going to be very vulnerable to like a men-at-arms into towers rush, especially if you're fast castling and then suddenly you've got men-at-arms and towers knocking down your walls. So you're going to get in there very quickly. So it's quite interesting to see what's going to happen with that one when hideout finally comes back on the scene. I think it's going to certainly change things in terms of making hideout games more feudal based, rather than doing a fast castle type strategy. So yeah, Dark Age is a bit boring, not gonna lie, not really much happening. I've decided I'm going to try and wall up. I figured if I'm going to try and do this strategy I need to get some walls down, so just getting those down at this point. However, the red player is on the way to the feudal age, so bearing in mind my walls are going to be pretty weak. even if I do get all these up. So the scouts, or whatever he uses, are going to get through pretty easily. But I figured it's better than nothing. So I think I do actually go up with 30 pop as opposed to 29 plus 2. I'll do 30 plus 2, I think, just so I've got an extra one on wood to try and make up for this lack of wood that I'm going to have from making the some idle villages there. Let's ignore those. So as you can see, scout is coming through, and I've not got loom at this point. So I am still. There we go. Loom's coming in now. I don't know why it says I've got. Oh, sorry, that's villager idle time, not town centre idle time. 24 seconds. Villager idle time. But yeah, straight away. He's been able to kill a villager. He knows I'm going to be walling up there. We're going to try again. So he's just putting his scout on patrol. So I decided to send 2 villagers this time, especially now Loom's in, and then trying to just get walled up down this other side. But he is getting stable down, or he has got the stable, and he is starting to make some scouts as well. So I really need to get this walled up ASAP, and it's doesn't look as though it's going to necessarily happen. I thought I perhaps just had enough time to wall up, but I didn't, which was annoying. I was half expecting him to come around this way with whatever he's going to be sending, but he is just sending them one by one. So again, that's kind of not what I was expecting. I was waiting for him to kind of group them up a bit before sending them in, but does just go for one scout. I think if he'd have waited till he got 2 or 3 new scouts, I would have been walled up. Should still be waiting for one more to come out, well, which is out now, but he's sending some villagers forward as well. So at this point, we're going to lose another villager. So yeah, three villagers lost for me at this point. So it's not going well, is it? Let's be honest. It's going terribly. And now I'm going to send some more sacrificial lambs, which I think at this point it was a bit stupid of me doing that, to be fair. Probably should have left it. Knew these were all coming in. So I probably should have just walled up around my resources at this point rather than trying to do that. And I think in future, if I am playing this on Arabia, that's probably what I'll do in advance. But again, it's just sending more and more scouts. I think half of the problem he's got at this point as well is he kind of needs to do that. He needs to send them in one by one. I mean, he's lucky he's got the villagers there now to support him, but if he didn't send them in one by one, I'd be able to get that walled up. So he's kind of got no choice, really. But I think at this point now he's in, he probably could have just rested a little bit, got his army together. But he is making a second stable as well, so he's got a stable in my base. But I am almost on the way to going to click up to the castle age. Got my buildings up, which is good. I've got plenty of wood, stone in the bank. We've got some more villagers coming over to the stone as well. So at this point, the build order's kind of been screwed, and don't know what I was thinking there. I think I was trying to just send them all in to try and kill the scouts off, because I knew one of them was half dead, and I was thinking 5 villagers would probably be able to kill those. So I do see that that's coming. I just managed to see it and I figured, right, he's trying to tower my stone, so I sent those berry villagers over just to give me a little bit more protection, I suppose, and just kind of throwing them in to try and kill these scouts off. Now he's still going to keep making scouts at this point, certainly from this this town centre here, but I had to just kind of figure out, right, I need to prevent that tower going up. That was going to be the big thing for me, really. So it's really quite close to getting it up, so I'm kind of having to ignore the scouts a little bit, and I do manage to push him off building that, but there's just too many villages there for the scouts to deal with at this point. But I am down to 25 villages. He's on 31. And I'm going to prevent that going up there. So at this point I figured, right, I'll just try and palisade it up, stop him from getting there to be able to build it. Castle Age is about to come in, and I do not do not have enough wood, stone, sorry, to make the castle. I thought I did. I think I have to use the market a little bit. And so doing this has certainly drained my production or collection from the stone, and as you can see, it's not going well. I've just got so many villagers there that are injured, and just trying to do what I can, but there's just so many villagers that are lost. I mean, you can see I'm down to 19 villagers at this point, 18 villagers. So I'm down to 18 villagers. But thankfully, because of the Sicilian build speed bonus for the castles, that castle has gone up in a flash. So that stone is now secure, which is the main thing. So as I say, I don't think he's necessarily expecting what I'm doing, or particularly knows what I'm doing. Just deleting these bits of useless palisade and try and get the wood back. And he's trying to wall in my gold, which is interesting. He obviously thinks he can try and starve me out of the resources there. So yeah, a lot of people were saying, oh well, why is he it's his own fault for not, you know, preventing the town centres going up. Now that's all well and good, but when you've just got scouts, yes, he's been able to do that. One of them was half dead anyway, so these villagers will be able to kill that other one off pretty much, so there's no issue there. So at this point, I know he's targeting my gold. He's trying to starve me of gold there. He's trying to attack me off there. So that's where the first town centre goes. Just need to quickly wall those villages in, and they are protected because I know there's no archers or anything like that. It's still in feudal age, I think. Yeah, he's only just clicked up to the castle age because he invested quite heavily into scouts. And as I say, I think perhaps if he'd have been able to gather up his scouts earlier on, rather than just keep sending them in one by one to try and stop me from walling up, it may have been alright. I knew he was coming around there, so quick wall around there. Like so. As I say, that town centre's, you know, keeping all those protected now. Made that one sergeant, he's just coming out to clear up around there. So at this point I've kind of got free reign. I'm able to just start adding villagers. As you can see, I've gone back up to 25 villagers, which is great, and I'm starting to get the wood in to be able to get the town centres down now. Do have to use the market a little bit at various points along this build, but as you can see, I've still got 8 villages on stone, so stone income is fine. Got 3 town centres now, and as you can see, most of my resources are fairly well protected. So, you know, for those people on Reddit saying, oh, we shouldn't let it happen, well, he wasn't expecting this, and, you know, I'm very well protected. There's nothing else I can say about it, really. Next town centre is going to go down here, so then that wood line's secure. And looking pretty good at this point. So he is in the castle age now, and he will start making knights. So he's got that forward stable. I mean, he's got 3 stables. He's not going to be able to get 3 stable knights, but I think he just needs to try and get some knights out into play at this point. So that's kind of why he's got the 3, I think. Which is great because he can get 3 on the field pretty quickly. He's having to use the market a little bit just to be able to make some more and rebalance his eco a little bit. As you can see, I've been able to get up to 30 villages now. So yeah, all of his distractions and all of that losing the villagers has set me back by about 7 or 8 minutes in terms of what the game plan was. But as you can see, I've pretty much got the resources to get First Crusade now. I've got enough wood to get the next town centre down. Just waiting on a little bit of stone. So there we go. First Crusade is coming in at this point. He's got some knights in my base. They're just going to harass me around here. And honestly, I don't really know what else he could have done in terms of reacting to what I was doing. I mean, from his point of view, he knows that he's killed so many of my villagers that he's should be feeling pretty confident. So yeah, the fact that he wasn't expecting me to do what I was doing is certainly made things difficult for him. But as you can see, the sergeants are out now. I just made a barracks because I want to get arson, and I also want to start getting the blacksmith upgrade. So I've got the first armor upgrade coming in for them now. We'll need arson because that will help me to bring the town centres down, because that's generally all you want to really be doing as a main sort of thing, or main target with these. Just go in and just rip the town centres down, and then once you've done that, you can start moving on to military buildings, getting rid of the economy, so on and so on. So he's got 7 knights on the go, which is not going to be enough to fight off 50 sergeants. That is for sure. That is for sure. And they're going to go down pretty quickly. He's having to sell a load of wood just so we can start getting some more knights on the go, but it's not going to be enough. He's got the armor upgrade. As you can see, that town centre is going down. He's only got one more town centre, so be able to just quickly clear that one up. And this just shows how broken this civ is. This whole first Crusade really does, because I was down to 18 villages from like a 29 or 30 pop plus 2 build order. It should not work. It should not be allowed. It should not happen. So it's just ridiculous. It really is ridiculous. I think it should be moved into the Imperial Age. This tech. It's just crazy. But that's it, guys. Hope you enjoyed that. I shall see you on the next one.